You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran and welcome back to another Fallout New Wasteland video, and today we're going to be diving into yet another Fallout game that is being remade by fans using Fallout 4, but this time, instead of going west into Washington, we're heading east, back into the adventurous wastes of Fallout New Vegas. That's right, a year ago a passionate group of fans took it upon themselves to go back and remake Obsidian's classic. Since many Fallout fans, including myself, have always actually wanted a remaster, but since Bethesda like to just ignore New Vegas' existence sometimes, an official remaster is very unlikely to happen. The fun part about this recreation is probably the most daring. It's the fact that this team wishes to recreate every part of Fallout New Vegas, which also means re-recording New Vegas' 65,000 lines of dialogue. Since we learned from the Road of Liberty mod troubles, which if you haven't seen that video by the way, go check that out because it's a remake of Fallout 3, it's fantastic, it's awesome. But yeah, since actually learning from that video, learning from that mod, they can't actually reuse the old voice lines from the original game because you know, lawyers and legal reasons. So if you haven't played Fallout New Vegas, then let me tell you what you'll be diving into in this mod. New Vegas is set in the Mojave Wasteland in the state of Nevada and follows a courier, whose job is to deliver an important package to the city of New Vegas. More specifically, the ruler of New Vegas, Mr. House. Along the way though, you are shot and left for dead. With your package stolen, you trek across the wasteland hunting down the striped suit man and his gang that shot you down and and engage with various factions along the way. While writing this video, I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna get into the mood here, and I'm gonna go onto Spotify, plop on the New Vegas radio, and holy shit, I went on some nostalgia trip. I was like taken back to when I was like 13, 14 and watching the E3 presentation of the game and being hyped for the New Vegas strip, because you know, secretly, I do love gambling. I'm not gonna lie. Don't worry, I'm not actually a gambling addict or anything like that. I never actually gamble in real life. It's only in these games where I'm like, oh, blackjack, okay, I'll dive into that. But it's going to be nice seeing the New Vegas strip recreated in Fallout 4's engine and without it being broken up into chunks because of engine limitations like it was back in the original. But back to gambling, and not about my gambling addictions, but back to the gambling mechanics itself. As most of you know, Fallout 4's base game does not actually have minigames like blackjack, roulette, slot machines and caravan, which is actually a card game that was in Fallout New Vegas that I still do not understand till this day. Some members of the team have actually released a mod called Barstool Games that actually does add on the ability for the player to play blackjack with settlers in Fallout 4, which I do find is pretty fucking king cool, and it actually works pretty well. What also makes a return in this mod is the classic skill system from the original New Vegas. Again, if you haven't played New Vegas, every time you level up you earn skill points, which you can assign to your various skills such as speech, lockpicking and science. You know what the deal is, it's fine. But the major part of this system, however, is the perks and the traits. I think like every 2 levels you earn a perk point that you can spend on a specific perk that will change the character's playstyle, like Travel Light perk that enables the player to run 10 times faster when wearing light armor or no more armor at all. Then there is traits. I actually love traits because I use a specific one called Wild Wasteland, and it just adds in a bunch of like references and obscure things across the wasteland, and it's quite weird. But it's cool. And it's actually quite pointless, it doesn't really add to the gameplay in many ways, but it's just there, it's just nice to have that. But yeah, traits can change some aspects of gameplay depending on which one you choose. All of them both having positive and negative effects to choosing them. For example, there is this small frame trait that gives the player 1+ agility, but also inflicts 25% extra limb damage, which means broken legs constantly. I would hate that because every time you get shot in the head and your head like breaks, I don't know if that's like the correct term, I don't think you can like break your, well you can break your head, but I'm pretty sure that would just lead to death. But like in the Fallout games, when you have a heavy wound inflicted to your head, it's like the vision just goes all distorted and shit, and I would hate that happening to me constantly, especially if you pick this small frame trait, because I don't really boost up my agility that much. I know I really should when playing these games, but like I just keep forgetting to. I keep putting into luck and hoping for like the alien blaster or something. If you're wondering if there will be any improvements to New Vegas that the mod team will be making, then yes, there will be numerous. The team are aiming to expand upon the weapon mod system in the original New Vegas using the updated weapon modding seen in the base Fallout 4 game. This all comes from an interview that the team did with the modding site Nexus, where they continued by saying that they will be also tweaking and rebalancing the combat to better suit the combat systems of Fallout 4, but don't worry, the RPG mechanics of New Vegas will still be there and will remain. They also mentioned that they will be looking at some cut content and re-implementing them, as well as new content such as weapons and environmental encounters. Some cut content I would like to see in the game is Vault 24. Nothing's really known about the Vault. There's literally nothing in the game that was actually there. The Vault wasn't actually built, but Obsidian did make a suit for the Vault, so that's in it. And you can access that through like console commands in the PC version. So they definitely did have plans for a Vault 24, but they just didn't do anything with it. So I think by adding this Vault, it will allow the team a little bit more creative freedom, you know, just to allow them to work on their own slice of New Vegas and have their own little piece they want to add in there, instead of just replicating the old game and then that's it. They can add in some of their own stuff as well. That'd be cool. So let's get into smaller details I usually cover towards the end of the video with these mods, and starting off is the settlement system. Because we have to mention it, like this mod is based inside Fallout 4 after all, so everyone's going to be, or at least some people, including myself, are going to be asking for it. So yeah, Fallout 4 New Vegas will be dealing with a system much like the Road to Liberty mod is, and that is by having player homes act much like the home plate in Diamond City. So that means customizable interiors, but no mass town building in the Mojave. This mod will also not be available on console because, you know, the obvious reasons. We cover it every episode in these mods. Console editions have A, a 2 gig limit, and B, no Fallout 4 script extender, so that's quite unfortunate, and that means like all these big massive mods just can't make it to consoles unless Bethesda, you know, work their magic and allow a certain system maybe to happen. I don't know how it'll work, but if they manage to get on consoles through like Bethesda itself, that'd be amazing, because it kind of sucks having like Fallout Miami, Fallout New California, Fallout Cascadia, all that being PC exclusives, like having these brand new worlds Fallout fans can explore, and not like obviously the majority of Fallout fans are on PC, but they also have all those console players that will be missing out on all of these mods. So it'd be nice if like there was some sort of greater system for these big massive new world mods to make it to consoles. Definitely probably not going to happen anytime soon, but you never know, it could always work. So there is currently no release date for Fallout 4 New Vegas, and there probably won't be one for a good wee while, since it only began development back in late 2017. And if you probably say, oh, late 2017, they've been working on this for about a year and a bit. Well, mods like this take a good wee bit of time. Fallout New California took, what was it, 7 years or some shit like that to come out. So, and that was in a beta form it came out. So just bear in mind that all these massive mods I'm covering right now, you probably won't see them for a good long time. But it's nice to cover them, it's nice to have them there, because it is great to see Fallout fans take it upon themselves. Like I said again, and I think I say this in every Fallout video, I was like, I'm so proud of Fallout fans because they go out there, they're doing what Bethesda never do, then they're doing what the fans want. So they're making brand new Fallout games that are actually true to the Fallout mechanics of Fallout 3 in New Vegas. They're remastering and remaking Fallouts that you just haven't seen. I'm pretty sure there's a Fallout 2 remake happening in Fallout 4 now, which I might cover a little bit in the future, but we need to see how that develops a little bit, because I'm pretty sure that development just started. So I'd like to dive into that somewhere down the line, but yeah, anyway, it's nice to see all these fans do it. Thank you so much, guys, because I definitely do not have the patience to go back and remake an entire game, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for doing it. So that's me for today, guys. Thank you all for watching, and before I go, I'd just like to thank my brilliant wee patrons, Simon609, Devil and Proxy1, for their continued support over on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much, it does mean a lot. So is there a massive Fallout mod that you want me to cover, then please leave it down in the I said the description. For some reason in my script I said description, but I do that every time. It's the comment section down below, so if you do have a Fallout mod that you want me to cover, I know there's plenty being announced every day, please leave it down in the comments below, because you never know, I might miss them. I always hop on Reddit and type in Follow Big Mods and see what comes up, and I'll probably miss quite a few, so yeah, definitely leave them down in the comments below if I haven't covered it already. Yeah, thank you anyone. Thank you anyone. What was I saying? Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I shall see you later. Bye bye.